Okay, so siege tanks are harsh to deal with, especially if you just go pure roach. And but yeah, as I was saying with the drops, yeah, oh man, this is gonna hurt. Like, you're not strong enough yet for an all-in. Like, you should yeah, like, you're gonna lose everything here. That's unfortunate. Because man, like, you were starting to get a pretty good army. It's just you need to. If you ever lose one of those opening battles, try to focus more on just hit and run until you get back into the game. No. Also, siege tanks up here, maybe. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. In the future, the high ground, invaluable. But yeah, like, look at that. You really messed up his forces. You actually, you killed a lot more. But he has that third base up, or he had it a little bit earlier than you. But yeah, like, and honestly too, your spending, that's an issue. Your spending is kind of not good. Personally, I would just say throw down just barracks and marauders. They're pretty mineral heavy, and they don't take that much gas, and it's a good defense against roaches. And most importantly, it keeps your tanks alive to shoot the shit out of roaches. But also upgrades. Don't forget those upgrades. Like, you got the one, but like, your tanks don't have any. You just have one. If you look at his force, he's 2 and 2 right now, which it does make a difference. It might be a little bit, but it adds up, especially over the course of a game. As you can see, he. I just want to look at the units right now. Like, you have more SCVs than he does drones, and that's good. Like, his drone saturation is very sparse, and which is where the Hellion drops would come into. Yeah, this is unfortunate. This. Oh man, this is so brutal how he uses this. I kind of loved it, but I was. No. Oh, the humanity. Yeah. I like that one ball in SCV though. He's like, go on, get out of here. With this giant keg of gas. Vespine gas. Look at that, man. You're just taking it to the infestors of those SCVs. Yeah, I just want to say ghosts. You don't have to, but ghosts would be a... or even, man, like, while he's attacking your third base, counterattack. Or, as I said, like, just do drops. Just attack his economy, because as soon as you attack his economy, he's in trouble. As you can see, he's getting pretty close to maxed if you just look at the units, so that's scary. Another thing you might want to consider is just Thors, just like 1 or 2 to mix it up. Plus they defend against the air a little bit. Oh, they defend against mutalisks. Of course, he just went pure roach, so that was less of a problem. But yeah, like, he just had a lot more stuff than you, and just the attacker-defender advantage. I just want to say that yeah, if you lose a significant battle early on, just defend really well, or as well as you can, and hit and run. Like, try to not, like, if you don't like his roaches, try to shoot down his roach building. And he has an Ultralisk cavern, which is scary as shit, because Ultralisks are brutal. And yeah, this game is kind of it's kind of hitting a downward spiral, because you're trying to go head to head with a superior force. Like, there's more of them and they're better upgraded. Yeah, it's not good. But yeah, like, the siege tanks do, like, this was kind of close. If you just look at the unit loss tab, like, he's taking a lot of casualties here, and it wasn't that much of an effort to defend your base. Like, he didn't try to do burrow micro. He didn't really do anything fancy. Like, he just got his ass kicked. But his economy is pretty strong. Like, he's got the 4 bases running. Like, but he doesn't have that many drones. If you just look at his units, he's got 46. Like, you have as many, and that's after he took like a shitload of casualties from the infestors. His economy isn't that strong, and if you just try to knock it down, just Hellions or Marauders even, just like Marauder the Queens, Hellion the drones, and just try to stay mobile and keep your siege tanks in bunkers, stick your Marines in the bunkers and stick siege tanks by your bases to defend. And honestly, like, you probably could have won this. It wasn't that one-sided as you might think. It would take a little bit of a different strategy. Just try not to go head to head when your force isn't as strong. And it was unfortunate because you did get caught off guard a few times, like that one where the siege tanks were all here and you were trying to shoot the rock. That was it was so sad. Yeah, and Ultralisk are just gonna rape your force, and now you can't retreat and you're fucked. And siege tanks are artillery. Like you always want to keep them in the back, but you need something to keep them alive, and that's why, like, because you have $1,600 right now, or less than that now, but like you have a fair amount of mineral. I just think Marauder would be a natural choice, especially with the concussive grenade. It's good against armored. He has like a ton of armored, and like use the drops. Don't even think of them as like attacking his base. Just think of like drops as like scouting his base to see what tech he's going next, and try to keep a general sense of what you would do to counter his tech. Like if he was going Spire, Thors maybe, or Marines. If he was going Hydralisks, Hellions maybe, or just lots of Marines. It's I mean, you're probably a much better player than I am. I'm just telling you what I see, or what improvement might be made. You don't have to listen. Yeah, it's just random advice. So yeah, you're losing your base here, and that's unfortunate. And yeah, Planetary Fortresses, they're honestly they're pretty brutal to deal with as Terran or as Zerg. They're a strong target. As you can see, like he's got his he's just like he's spending his money pretty well. Like as you can see, he's kept it down fairly well. That's just the thing. Like if you did harass and you fucked up his economy, plus defending your base with like siege tanks and shit, like maybe use the Marauders and Hellions to harass, and use Marines and tanks to defend, depending on your micro and macro. Like it probably could have won you the game, and knocked back the creep here, so you can't travel as quickly, can't reinforce as quickly, and yeah, at this point, like, because that is a lot of stuff. That's just the thing. Like, you could probably take this if you had like a few more bunkers, a few more Marauders. Like this isn't as one-sided as you might think, and your guys aren't in the bunkers, just throwing that out there. Always room for improvement. Also, I'd say you find out pretty early on who's attacking and who's defending, or at least who takes the first attack, who takes the second attack. And you're getting Thors, but it's kind of a too little too late. But yeah, it was a good game, man. It was pretty close. Just try to improve for next time. Just random advice. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of this. Fini.